Johnson, and this is the Granite Mountain Middle School Advanced Choir from Prescott, Arizona, and we're going to be starting off with a song called Kuna Njia. And our second song is Jagala.
Where the bottle goes and the moon rests. Nice job, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice. Yeah, the first thing I noticed about this choir is you grabbed my attention even before you started singing with your faces. You guys were really involved with faces. Did you work on that? Yeah, and typically, if I see a choir that lights up like you guys do, there's always one person that doesn't, and I couldn't find the one person. So that's a real compliment to you guys. Because, you know, as great as that facial expression is, then if everybody doesn't do it, then of course, you know, there's one person that's very obvious. So you did a really great job of that. Energy was incredible, and I loved your selection. You were really, really great. So what a nice choir. In the comments that I wrote, a lot of it I wrote on the sheet. First of all, I liked your choice, the way you decided to voice it, and as far as the parts you selected to use and not use. And I tell my choral method student, every good middle school teacher knows how to do that effectively, decide what's going to work and what's not going to work, and you are to be commended for that. That was really good. I saw a lot of good pronunciation on that first piece. Were you guys working hard on that? Yeah, you did a great job on the pronunciation. When you guys started the fast section, I wanted you to move more. Have you ever done this sort of thing on that? Oh, have you ever done that? Or
We didn't plan it out, but it's been talked about.
Yeah, so at least, yeah, and I would either just a little looser body, or even, and of course the second piece you did choreograph, right? We're going to talk about that in a minute, because I love the movement. But it just feels like when you do a piece like the first one, you might even incorporate some sort of something like that. But some sort of movement. And you guys will come up with it because you're really good choir and you're really good creative choir too. So you're going to come up with that. But I would find something, because all of a sudden when we get out of the slow section, the fast section, everything changes. So if you can find something to change that just a little bit more. I saw your faces light up even more on that fast section, which was really good. The main thing on that piece was when it gets soft, you have got to articulate a little bit more, okay? Because the mouth needs to move even more in the soft passages than it does in the hard passages. So you just want to make sure that you are almost over-enunciating. You're going to feel like, oh my gosh, my mouth's going to get sore from moving that much. But the softer that you... For example, I did this yesterday, it worked pretty well. Imagine somebody's walking in the door, and you want them to come over here, it's your best friend, and you're going to say, hey, come over here and sit down. Would you do that? Go. Hey, say it. Ready, go. Hey, come over here and sit down. Now that you know what I want you to do, let's do it again. And they're walking in that door, okay? And you've got to get their attention. Go. Hey, come over here and sit down. Okay. Now think about how much energy you just used. A lot, right? Now let me prove to you that you will use more energy if you are talking softer. So you are in the middle of a study hall. The room is you're in the middle of a library. The room is totally soft. Your friend you have not seen for 5 years walks in the door, and you want to scream at them, but you can't. So you say to them, all right, do it. Go. Oh, we didn't really use a lot of energy. Can you use more energy? Because you haven't seen it for 6 years, okay? Ready? They walk in the door and you say, did you see how much you moved your mouth? What, did you move your mouth more that time? Yeah, so the soft singing, okay? All right? Yeah. So that's what I wanted to just see on that piece. Now, Jabberwocky. Tough piece. I have noticed in my career that as soon as really good singers start moving, do you know what they stop doing? Singing. Right. You guys actually found a great balance between it, and I think You have to offset the movement, which I love the movement. In some ways, it makes you sing better, but in other ways, you have to just be more intentional about making sure that we nail everything when you start moving, okay? So in this particular piece, who's singing the second soprano part, the middle part? Okay, so I love the way you got yourselves, you guys did a really good job. I like the way that you got yourself set up because this is a great example. You are the bread, and you are the peanut butter. And I needed more peanut butter most of the time. My ear likes to hear a little bit more middle. Okay, so you were like a peanut butter sandwich that only, the cafeteria people just skimmed and they just gave you a little bit. I'd like to have a peanut butter sandwich with a lot of peanut butter in it. And not just a lot of peanut butter, but the peanut butter's got to be there on the first bite. And what I noticed about you guys is about 2 or 3 notes into the phrase, all of a sudden I heard the middle, but the middle actually has to be there right at the beginning of the phrase every single time. So middle part was kind of there, and then it was all the way there. So just make sure that that middle part is immediate, because that is the real interesting part. As much as I love your part, there is nothing better than to be right in the middle of the musical sandwich and have the really, really cool part, right? Gotta have you guys, but you guys really add the flavor. So make sure a Jabberwocky gets there immediately. Does that make sense? And in Jabberwocky again, when you got softer, the mouth just need to move a little bit more, just to offset that softness. I thought there was really, in general, a really nice tone to this choir, and a really nice energy, and I think he's got a really good balance of energy and tone, and I was really, really happy to hear that. So you did an excellent job on that. And that's all I have to say. Put a few things in music and a few markings on your sheet. Okay, good job.